back.
Tonight,
hello, everybody. Welcome.
Violence in our cities.
It's Tuesday.
I will use whatever force is necessary.
And you know what that means. Tuesday means it's Night Attack Night. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday. Welcome to Night Attack. Welcome to the Preshow. Oh, goodness. What a weekend. How are you guys doing? You guys having a good weekend? It is day 3 of E3, which means E3 has just started, and it is almost over, and all the good stuff is out of the way. Hello. And, I don't know. I have feelings on E3, stuff I liked, stuff that was questionable. But how are you guys doing on a scale of E1 to E3? How's your week been? It's hard to believe that it's been a week since we've done this. I don't know if it's just because yesterday was a big day and I still got Horde Killers in there. Or because the weekend, you know, the weekend was real packed. It was Friday through Sunday into Monday. I don't know what it is. Let's see what everybody says. Jason Kirk says E3, baby. Dr. Harvey says E2.5. Okay, almost there. Final Fantasy King 9 says E5. That's very high. Nick with a C says E0. I lost my phone. Nick, no! Do you know where you lost it, buddy? That sucks. As Hasley says E36. Okay. 369. Yes, hello. I think a lot of people, we tried to say this everywhere we can, that we were doing the show this week, and doing a new live internet version. But I think there was still a bunch of confusion. So I'm glad that if we could have surprised anybody, if they didn't know that we were still doing this damn thing tonight. The 2 episodes that we shot were really good. The 2 shows were really good. They were both different, and they were really good. They were really good. I'm sure we'll talk a lot about them. But one of those will probably be coming very... My gut says one of those will be next week, which would be really convenient for me. And then the other one we might hold on to until another time. We don't quite know. So people are asking why not take the week off. HTTPS asks. And part of it is everyone is back where they're supposed to be today. And next week is when Brian starts his big Hawaiian family vacation, which means that we don't know what his connectivity will be. Part of that trip will be on a cruise ship, so I have no idea. I don't know what. I don't exactly know what it will be for the next 2 weeks, but I'm pretty sure. Or at least what we were leaning towards was that next week could pretty safely be one of those live shows. Bob Callie says, I'm surprised they didn't run out of material in the car on the way to the venue. So we had, we flew in to LAX, Justin, Brian, and I. And then like that day we were like, well, why don't we just drive up to San Diego now? We got a rental car. We have to drive it up and back anyway. And it was just, it was a good time. It was about 3.5 hours or so. It was funny, especially when Brian and Jess are in the same room. They're so funny. And yeah, we kind of were like, man, they always like are funny together. And which was it? No, it wasn't the San Francisco. What was the last show? Maybe it was South by when they were together for a few days. They just kept like coming up with. No, it was Scoop Fest. That's right, Scoop Fest in Las Vegas, because they were together a bunch, and they kept coming up with good new bits and characters and stuff. But it's it's hard to turn it off when you're with your friends. So what we did on the drive back from San Diego back to LA was we recorded it. We set up a microphone. It's gonna sound bad. It's not gonna sound real great. That microphone is not made to record stuff like that. But we recorded the 2.5 hour drive back to Los Angeles, and my current plan is that maybe this weekend I want it to get out. Oh man, I don't know. Either this weekend or next weekend, and it actually might be good if it's next weekend. I'm gonna try to clean up just the audio quality a little bit, and I'm gonna cut out about 15 minutes in the middle where we stop at a gas station and nobody's in the car. But I'm gonna just put that up on Patreon just for a patron exclusive thing. And it's long, but it's good. It would be interesting if someone went and made their own digest of it, just cut it to the cut all the a lot of the quiet moments out. That would be fun if that happened. But also, there's I don't know. It's a neat thing. It's not very long. I might add a little introduction for it, but that'll be a thing probably only for patrons. So keep an eye out for that. Also, I recorded a bunch of. We used the Patreon lens function. We used the Patreon lens, and so we shot a bunch of stuff. I got like 30 or 40 clips and videos and stuff. Yeah, Bob Callie saw them. It looked like a nice number of people. We don't use it very much on the Patreon, and so I think not a lot of people were tuned into it or don't use the Patreon app, because why would they? They have their own podcast RSS feeder reader. So what I also want to do is take all of those and just put them into a movie that can be time exclusive for patrons. So if I had my druthers about it, I think this weekend I want to have that patron lens compilation put together, and then I think Tuesday we'll try to do the San Diego show, the first of the two shows, as the rerun for Tuesday, and then sometime after that have that on the road recording put out, so that at least it's a little bit chronological. We also had a few minutes of something that could be an after show for the San Diego show. So I was kind of struck by how much fucking Patreon stuff we recorded for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy all of it. It was a lot of stuff. I know that that on the road trip, look, it's gonna be long. I'm telling you now. The on the road trip is long. It's 2.5 hours. But there are some really fucking good bits in it, especially at the end. By the end, we had some good shit going on. I'm gonna tell you this. There was probably a 10 or 15 minute segment pretty early on of Alex Jones narrating Planet Earth, and it was great. It went on for a while, but it was really good. So stuff like that. I think it's not gonna. We aren't treating it like an album. Certainly, we're not editing it. It's gonna sound pretty bad for a lot of it, or for a little whatever. It's not pretty up, but it is the hot, long-form Brian and Justin content you guys are craving. Let's see, Hannah, were there more questions here? I'll make sure I go back and get everything. Dr. Arby asked, which is my favorite between the San Diego and the LA show? The LA show had a really interesting vibe to it. Though I think I like the San Diego show more. Though I was on it and I was cracking jokes also on it, so I think I think that's probably coloring my my feeling on it. Nickwitzy asked if Brian's vacation is a vacation or a vacation. It is a real family vacation. I'm sure we'll talk about it. If not this week, then when it comes out. Icy, were you on either show or just camera? On the San Diego show, I was on mic. We were playing Chat Round Feud. I forgot that we called it Chat Round Feud at one point. And so I was proctoring that, and that was a really good time. And then on the Los Angeles show, I wasn't on it because I didn't really have like a lot of stories to tell about. I kind of wasn't running with the crowd. Plus, we already had a lot of guests, and we did a couple of Don't Get Brody bits as well. Shit, I meant to give Justin shit to give that guy some prize for winning. But yeah. If you didn't see the Patreon lenses, it'll be interesting to like see the differences between the shows. The San Diego show was literally in Scott Sigler's house. He has a live-in office, and he has this really great area where we had like 40 some chairs set up, and then the San Diego show was the Los Angeles show was in a comedy club, and so we were in a comedy club that was almost sold out. Hey, Justin.
Let's just say sold out.
Okay.
I mean, fucking what are they? What the fucking sellout police are gonna come and arrest us?
Sure. But yeah, it was a good time. You have a good time, Justin?
Oh my god, I had a blast. I mean, if anything, there's never too much of a good time, except when you're doing 3 shows in the last 4 days, and the other day was a travel day.
God.
Oh,
Yeah.
also, all the other days were travel days too.
Right. Well, and thank you you drove both of the long hauls.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
like driving though. To be honest,
yeah?
I've always never minded doing that. In fact, I kind of prefer to do big driving shifts. It's like calming. In fact, like specifically when we were recording on the way back,
Yeah.
it was almost like it went so fast. It was like so ridiculous.
It was a lot. We left earlier in the day, so it was like an hour shorter, just on coming back compared to trying to leave LA.
Yeah, no, but the Buck, I don't have a car. You're right, but I do like driving. I just didn't like driving enough to get parking tickets and pay for car insurance.
Yeah, someone says we drove down in front.
We did not.
It was not rush hour. It was
we
like
did not. In fact, that was the only reason why I agreed to go down was because it was about 2 o'clock in the or 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
When we had kind of we had that go no go call to either stay in LA that night or go down to San Diego, and I was like, I looked at the thing and it was 3.5 hours, but it wasn't rush hour, because rush hour to San Diego can get up to apparently like 6 hours, which is fucking shoot me in the face.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
But we did get down there fast enough that we were too fast for those fanny packs.
Oh yes, that's right.
I'd heroically bring. Oh, by the way, let me grab these fanny packs.
Yeah.
Floss.
Oh, go grab them. We left because we were like, well, Tom's about to do DTNS, or he'd been doing it or whatever, and like, well, we could go to Tom's and travel in the morning, but it would probably be better if we just go now. And we left a box of fanny packs. Oops. But thank you to Sunbun, who really saved our asses. Oh, look at that! Look at
That shit,
pack.
son.
What's the Bitly again? Night Attack merch.
Bit.ly/Night Attack merch.
Nice.
Get that fanny pack life.
Dude, that's great. And once they're gone, folks.
Yeah. The stickers are definitely something that will probably sell out. Like, as here was the hierarchy of like places to alert that this shit is available. It was Diamond Lounge, so all of our patrons and our subs, right? They get into the Diamond Lounge.
Yeah, on
They
the
got
Discord.
first dibs. Then it was Chat Realm, and when I was live, I talked about it. But then, like, as soon as the email blast goes out and the rest of the social media shit goes out, like, they'll probably go pretty quick.
Yeah.
At least the stickers. There's a fair amount of the fanny packs, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been living an unironic fanny pack life since we, got them, and I'm feeling like this fanny pack thing is the thing. Good thing.
I mean, yeah. Okay.
Listen, I know I don't. I'm not gonna pretend like I don't understand and sense the hesitation.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is this. We got yelled at by somebody that I've now found out is an actual bag designer with an actual website who sells her bags, and her complaint was that these types of bags are getting too popular, and she can't sell her several $100 much better constructed bags because she says it's mostly the music scene. It's like she's like that she keeps seeing at festivals.
Oh.
Like, this is like you don't have anything else in your pocket. You don't bring a bag. You don't bring anything else. And they wear them like this. It's like over the shoulder, kind of like satchel thing.
Yeah. Huh. That makes sense. You have a festival and you don't want to be bogged down. Like, whenever I go to a show.
Where else am I going to keep my ecstasy?
But I feel like, I feel that, when I go to a concert or something, I don't want to take a backpack. But I do think, well, if I'm going to be out for a while, if I'm leaving early or something, should I have a battery or some sort of charger? Should I, my wallet's an okay size, but I kind of like the skinny pants,
Kuhan says, I hope fanny bags become cool because it's actually hella useful. My pockets are always full. No, me too. That's what I always are here. Embarrassing confession time.
Uh-oh.
If any of you guys were to see me pantsless, you would see, because although like I'm kind of hairy, I'm not like, if like my chest were to be the guide, you would not think that I was as hairy as I am, like from the waist down. From the waist down, it's like like Puck, the goat with the flute, like the mischievous half goat.
Yeah,
like
a fawn.
Is that it? Yeah, fawn.
No,
yeah.
A satyr. Oh my gosh.
And when I put so much shit in my pockets, which constantly happens, keys, wallet, I'll have the thicket of hair right under my gigantic jam-packed pockets will wear down. And so I just have circles of less hair on my upper thighs because I jam so much shit in my pockets. I can't be the only person who suffers from this. Like, I feel like an idiot confessing it online.
No.
I'm shocked that something that has been with me every day of my life and is an impersonable, a personal embarrassment has taken this long to get out on the stream.
I mean, like, I have a similar complexion of like my legs and my treasure tail are maybe a little hairier than
then you might expect it.
Yeah. But I've never had that sort of response, that sort of follicle response to having.
Echoholic says I have patchy leg hair. So wait, is it patchy, or does anybody else shove so much shit into their pockets that their hairy legs get crop circles? Is what I'm asking.
So is it that the hair comes out, or it just doesn't grow in because it feels like it's warm enough?
No, it's just like there's shit rubbing against it, right? So if there's a patch of grass,
yeah,
right.
Oh, so we're talking pattern. We're talking
one
pattern.
circle that the kids play in, and the rest of it is untouched. Which patch will be more worn than the other one?
I see.
See, all right. There's dozens of us. Dozens of us. Who is this? Jamanon Juriter. Awesome. Thank you. We're brothers now.
Okay, yeah. You know,
Hair pockets. Yeah, mechaholic. I have no hair where my front pockets are. I'm telling you, fucking, these motherfuckers don't know our pain, our struggle.
Y'all about
The
to
world is our world is benefited by fanny packs.
I mean, I guess it's a little lighter around where my pockets are, though that is...
Everybody take off your pants and look at your legs and take pictures and post them on the internet.
or just the
No
first half of it.
dicks. We don't need dicks. I'm just saying the hair on your legs.
But also that's an area that I keep a little more maintained than the normal legs.
Do you like buzz your legs like just so there's not thick animal-like hair?
I don't buzz my whole leg all the time. I do kind of manscape very lightly. I've got my dick has a 5 o'clock shadow.
Your dick looks like it's on the way to solve the case.
Yeah, my dick's a dick. My dick is on his gumshoe, and is really gonna nab that guy.
Well, I'm sure. God willing.
But that's kind of the area I try to keep. Look, I don't like getting too sweaty down there.
Oh yeah.
Because then, when there's too much hair, then that becomes like a concoction.
Stank. It produces more stank ass.
Yeah.
And stank just crotch.
Right.
Than it would otherwise. That's true.
So that's what I do with my dick hair, everybody.
So, but you're saying dick hair. Like, I'm talking about at least 1.5 inches down from your balls. Like, literally where...
But that's in the general area. I try to keep that whole area
So, like...
a little trim, right? Okay, so he's showing us the... Yeah. I tend to keep that area a little more maintained.
Yeah, I don't. I just put a lot of shit in my pockets, and it looks like I'm trying to create the world's shittiest hedge maze.
Just trim up a little bit, bro.
Listen.
Explain this for me, because I have no qualms about it, and I don't know if it's like...
Hairy legs are not anything that you necessarily have a problem with. It's more of a personal grooming choice.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like a masculinity thing or.
I've just never thought about trimming them up. I don't know. I guess I feel like it's like it fits into my otherwise body goals aesthetic of being like one of those people that you look back into the history of our popular culture and you're like, wait, people found that attractive? Like, that's what I want my aesthetic to be, is just the like hairy, misshapen version of a celebrity from the past.
Okay, so you're trying to like
I'm trying to look like Charles Brosnan, effectively. Someone where you're like, wait, what the fuck? He was a leading man? He looks like fucking weird and ugly now.
Let's see. So
I actually, well, to be totally fair, I really have just never thought about buzzing up my thighs or just my legs in general, just because it seems like a tremendous job for me. I have very hairy legs, and it's like, if I don't do the whole thing, it just looks like a garbage fire broke out somewhere on my legs.
Sure. I mean, I'll tell you, like, depending on how close you want to get, you know, at the first few times I did it, I was using a razor, or just like a face razor, which took forever. But even like now, I'll use the beard trimmer part of my face buzzer, whatever. But it still takes a while, man. Hi, Bonnie.
Yeah.
Hi. What are you guys talking about?
We're talking about shaving our leg hair.
Wait, you shaved your leg hair?
Well, I keep it maintained, yes.
Oh.
and I don't. And so we were having that conversation about, because Bonnie, I have this thing where I have very coarse leg hair, and I put too much shit in my pockets, and then I just have weird crop circles on my legs
Oh my goodness.
because like the shit in my pockets wears my leg hair off.
You are a hairy beast.
I'm
Oh
very
my
hairy.
gosh.
That's true, man. That ain't no joke. Which is odd because I've like had people mention, because I have a very hairy face, and I've always had quickly growing facial hair, if not standing facial hair. People have been shocked that my upper body is not as hairy as they might expect. Because you
Yeah.
kind of expect more of like, as if I were a fruit vendor in a flashback to the old world.
You would think. Yeah, this is true. Oh my gosh. Now, I've never thought, Justin, have you ever considered a career in fruit vending? But I suppose.
But now that you think about
Yeah.
it, you're like, you know, I
That
should
makes
be
sense.
shouting words for fruit in a language that we don't understand, so there
Right.
could be subtitles. It
I
should
would-
be me shouting nonsense and apricots appearing at the bottom of the screen.
Oh man, you know that brings me to on Aladdin, they have this like one of the little fruit vendors is going sugar dates,
Yes.
yes. And I always think about that every now and then, like something will trigger that little echo in my brain. Sugar dates.
No, yeah, no, I know that line. It's sugar dates, sugar dates, sugar dates and figs. I remember that line.
Yes.
Sugar dates, sugar dates, sugar dates and figs.
Wait, I thought it was pistachios.
Oh shit, maybe I fucked it up and I've remembered it incorrectly this entire time. I think that figs is in there somewhere.
Sugar dates, sugar dates. Oh
Somebody
man.
look this shit up.
I
Somebody better
know.
have Aladdin queued up.
Yeah.
Let's get a final ruling.
I
on
feel like we've done a sugar dates bit. Oh,
it. On here,
on the show, yeah.
a bit about sugar dates.
It was like a callback, or yeah, we definitely because I remember sugar dates,
Well,
and I don't think we would have done a whole episode if we were wrong. I mean, maybe not. Anyway,
That would be an odd. I mean, listen, there's a lot of shit on this show that I don't remember, so I'll take your word
yeah,
for it.
Captain of Outer Space says Bonnie has definitely brought up sugar dates too.
yes, it's one of those
Oh.
things. I'm not surprised because it definitely just rings in my brain. It's like it got rung watching that and then seeing it again with the girls, and then now I just can't.
Oh shit, Bonnie, you're fucking
mean-
right.
Yeah.
Pistachios!
Ah!
Dates and pistachios! Dates and pistachios!
That's it.
Oh no.
Bonnie got it.
Well, maybe you shouldn't go into fruit vending. I'm sorry.
Oh fuck!
Aw, now we know.
Are pistachios legumes?
No, I think it's just a tree nut. Right?
Oh yeah.
I think so.
Man, this pre-show's got range, baby.
Yeah.
we got.
A leg hair, lines from Aladdin.
I see you sent this in. I don't quite get it.
Well, Zardoz is a famous movie where Sean Connery is dressed like that.
That's
It's
Sean
also
Connery.
where the inspiration for the "Show me what you got" heads came from.
Oh.
But it's just a legendarily hairy-ass picture of hairy-ass Sean Connery.
Wow.
Well,
Wait,
there we
can we
go.
get the real picture? Is that his real body?
That's his real body, and that's
Oh
just
God,
my
show it
head.
again. I gotta see the.
Hold on, let me see if I can pull up the. Oh no, here you can see his original look.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's like a diaper with frilly suspenders.
Yeah,
Brian just walked in. He's like,
it doesn't. It doesn't really look like. Well, I mean, that's Sean Connery.
That's Connery, baby.
Yeah, is that Zardoz?
Yeah,
That is Zardoz.
because
Yeah,
we had this.
Have I only known him as a gray-haired actor?
You've only known him as a misogynist son of a bitch
Wait.
who slaps women and doesn't understand. Like, not only slaps women unironically in the movies that he does, aka James Bond, but then also 30 years later, in interviews with Barbara Walters, casually mentions, yeah, no, but seriously, it's me, Sean Connery, a man, a human being, who genuinely believes that from time to time, it's important that you slap women.
It was a different time, Brian.
What, 2009, when he said that?
Yeah, when that happened. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm just saying it's not the same time as it is right now. Now we're in 2018.
I mean, slap him
Oh
on
my
the
God,
ass,
can you guys
or-
hear how trash
No,
my voice
like
is?
a crack to the face, like an open-handed slap to a woman's face.
Bah! It's a new segment on the Modern Road.
with the ring on or without?
Oh,
I'm just
Jesus
kidding.
Christ.
Answer the question. Grab my
Or
button.
what, you'll slap me? Will
Yeah.
you have a ring on that hand?
Ah, damn, I left my slapping ring at home. I'm young Sean Connery. I don't have the accent yet.
Oh my goodness.
Ah.
Is it as good as your old Pope impression?
Buy my product.
Listen, there are two things. I really do hope. I was listening to your pre-show, Bryce. I really do hope that the audio comes out.
Oh, is there
listenable.
trouble?
Well, that microphone is not meant to be used like. It'll sound good. It'll just sound a little more room tony, and it'll
Okay.
sound like it was recorded in a car with one
I
mic.
would
trying to-
love to take the Alex Jones narrating Planet Earth stuff and like put it to Planet Earth footage.
Oh my God, I forgot all about that.
That can happen. That seems like an easy thing to happen.
Yeah, because there was like a real. I mean, like that was one of those riffs that I think took about 45 minutes off the trip because I was just like spent my entire time trying to think of how to advance this hilarious premise.
We're getting room Tony B. Casty in the chat.
Hey,
Very good.
have you ever in the pre or post show talked through your thinking about what name you give when orders are placed at restaurants? Because I don't know if we've talked about this on there, and it was a novelty to Justin,
Oh.
but I was very familiar with what
Oh,
was
you had not.
happening.
Oh, yes.
I don't know this.
So
Oh.
when I order food at a restaurant or
So
something.
your name, imagine, Bonnie, that your name is Anthony Bryce Castillo.
Yeah, you go by
Right.
Bryce.
You go
Right.
by Bryce,
Okay.
and you place an order at Taco Cabana,
Okay.
and they say, what name?
What do you say?
What do you say?
Tony.
Holy shit!
I've been there for this. But, no, because I'm
Oh.
like, yeah, because it was at Hat Creek. I think we've had.
Oh, that's right.
I'm
okay,
like,
so
I
you
don't just
experienced
know
it.
this. I know this.
Yeah, got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
sorry, I
Yeah.
was cheating.
It's easier than Bryce.
Well, because
Yeah.
Bryce, they're like, how do you spell that? It's like, eat shit. That's how I spell it. You know,
Yeah.
if you say Anthony, they're like Anthony, whatever.
Yeah, and it's easier to like. If I hear Tony, I can hear that better if they're calling that out than
Yeah.
than
Yeah, that
than
makes
Bryce.
sense.
So yes.
Yeah, I just realized that's probably how I made it through college. Was
Was
just
calling
getting
yourself
this
Tony?
like no.
That makes sense. What was weird was that you insisted I call you that when we made
When you
out.
slapped me.
Oh shit!
I'm just kidding, you
Fucked up.
guys.
There's nothing
No.
funny about this. There's nothing funny about domestic violence.
No,
Except for that joke, that was actually a real ripper.
it was because it was a
But that was more of a callback than
it was a
anything.
callback, and callbacks are always great. It's kind of my specialty.
So nothing's funny about domestic violence except for the callbacks.
And we all want to get called back, right? Am I
Yeah,
right?
everybody wants callbacks.
Tell you what, one more time to heaven.
Tell all those actors in Hollywood.
It's where we were, man. There's a lot of well, not a ton of time in LA. Because you got right the fuck out, right, Bryce? Like, you were out that next morning early.
Yeah, I left at like 8 a.m. or so. I kind of had this weird. I had like a weird thing getting out of Tom's house. I think. I don't know. It was the sort of thing where I woke up and I got ready to go, and I was downstairs in where he does DTNS and stuff.
Yeah.
And the house was quiet. I think Eileen was probably up, but I didn't want to go through like the living room where you were sleeping, and
Uh-huh.
so I just like left. There's like an entrance by the studio where I was at, so I just kind of like ghosted and just sent Tom a text message saying goodbye. It was kind of a weird, or not even weird. It was just
Well,
like,
everybody was asleep, right? Maybe Eileen.
yeah. Eileen was probably. It sounded like Eileen was up, but yeah, you were asleep, and I don't even know where Brian was. So I was just like, I'm just gonna ghost and send a very nice text message.
Yeah.
You know, it would have been weirder if you crawled out the window, though. So I guess that's okay.
Well,
So
yeah,
there's
I mean-
always something to shoot for, Bryce. If you wanted to be even more socially awkward, you could have shattered a window from the inside and then climbed out.
Yeah, no, I did. I just kind of left without making any. I don't know. It's a weird thing waking up and waking up around other people, and you know, I'm someone who likes to kind of stay awake in bed for a while.
And do you think that that's like a socially awkward thing to do when you're in a room with other people that are sleeping?
When you have other people who wake up and get gone and go and start their day, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
well, I don't want to interface with someone right now.
That seems like a weird thing to be worried about. Like, if I'm going to be honest, like it seems like that's an odd thing.
Yeah.
Like, just know that it's abnormal. Like so there's no problem, but just know that you're abnormal for worrying about it.
So it's abnormal to worry about it, but the act is fine.
Yeah, you should proudly do it.
Oh, okay.
You should just be like, no, I lay in my bed. Fuck you. If I ain't got shit to do, I can do what I want. I'm not your slave.
Oh God. We didn't record it, but we had a good slaves bit too. What is that? Oh my goodness! Look at that little boy.
Right?
Oh my god.
Hold him up. This sneakers looks presentable.
Look at that.
Oh, what a good boy.
Didn't sneakers go to the groomers?
The groomers came to sneakers because we live in the 21st century, my friend.
Yeah.
Look at
Uber
that.
for groomers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love his lion costume with this weird ass doily around his neck.
Around his neck.
Groomers usually give bandanas, so the like Victorian like shampoo out of your eyes thing plus a bow tie is kind of a weird. And he's got a pin on. Is that a
Hold on.
soccer pin?
No, I believe
Yeah,
it's a bow tie. He's wearing a bow tie.
No, on
Oh,
the
no,
other
no.
side.
He has a soccer thing on
does.
There's
there.
like a soccer button on it.
Doesn't he?
Yeah.
He looks like a hipster. Like he belongs, like is it finishing his urban fantasy novel.
Hello. My name is Sneakers. I write urban fantasy novels. Oh, I bet there's a market for that.
For fiction written by a dog?
No.
Or urban fantasy?
Urban fantasy. What is it?
That would be really great
He's gonna
if you had a series of books that were penned by a dog and like nobody took credit for it and the dog had the deal with the publisher and everything.
rough. He goes, what do you think about this contract? We're gonna advance you for the next book, you know, and you don't have to pay it back if it doesn't sell.
What do you think about
Rough.
what do you think about an urban dog fantasy cinematic universe? Let's just start spitballing. Here we go.
Rough.
All right, here I got something that we should bring up now because I don't want to dedicate yet another random show to Billy Joel.
Oh my God, there's more.
Here, I'm just gonna give you guys this pitch:
Okay.
the Billy Joel cinematic universe.
All of his songs are in a shared universe.
All right,
And eventually
yeah,
the
there's 30
characters.
universe, and you have Jay, who's a real estate novelist. He gets his own fucking movie.
Okay,
The
all right.
River of Dreams, that gets its own movie. Mr. The bar, Mr. Cacciatore's down on Sullivan Street, that gets its own movie. Stop Lighting the Audience gets its own movie.
In the Middle of the Night gets its own movie.
What I don't have is my crossover event. We need our Avengers. Why do all of these Billy Joel characters get together?
I go walking.
Is
on
it
the
is it to
street.
stop the fire?
Yes.
It be to stop the fire. It might, or somebody's blaming them for the fire.
Okay, but you realize once you do that, you're really in for it because the cast members include Billy Crystal Belly Ray, Madonna the other day, that one
Exactly.
chick, the other chick,
That-
Marilyn
that's
Monroe.
They're the big bads, and all of our heroes need to fight everybody who's mentioned, and we didn't start the fire. Brenda and
Okay.
Eddie, who are still going steady in the summer of '75, they're gonna have to fucking go on a bit of a journey.
You know what? Okay, I'm halfway with you. I think there's something to this, but I want it to be. Here's what you do: you put, okay, DC is failing at the box office because they're trying to redo what Marvel already did.
Yes,
But if they joined the club, if next summer it came out that both the DC universe and the Marvel universe were in a giant, larger, shared universe, and there was a crossover battle between the two, like they did with the comic books back in the 1990s.
yeah,
So we could do that with Billy Joel versus John Cougar Mellencamp. No. John Bon Jovi.
John. Oh,
So,
that,
so finally we see the crossover of Brenda and Eddie, who are still going steady in the summer of '75, and Johnny, who used to work on the docks.
Yeah, or maybe
Oh.
all the Johns, because it's like you could have Jack and Diane. They're like, "Hey, fuck you! I'll suck on that chili dog. Rah, I'm Diane," and they're like, "I'm gonna be a football star. I'm Jack." You're like, "Ah, it hurts so
That
good,
was
doesn't it? Fuck
Mellencamp,
you!"
right? That was Mellencamp. So now we're doing a Mellencamp cinematic universe, a Bon Jovi cinematic universe.
I said
And
the Johns.
Jo-
I said the Johns combined. All of the Johns.
John Bon Jovi and John Cougar Mellencamp.
Right.
Gotcha.
It's the
Gotcha.
Bills versus the Johns. Right.
Bills versus the Johns.
Right.
Oh fuck, man! Bills versus Johns. It's on. That's the slogan.
Do-do-do-do-do-do. Whoa. Gotta kill this motherfucker.
Oh shit, Bruce. Where does Bruce work into here?
He could be on Team Billy. The Bees versus the J. It's the BJ cinematic universe. It's a whole cinematic universe of our rock and roll.
You know
with
that's
the
putting
initials.
you and Justin on separate sides.
You know what? That happens too. That also happens. all right?
BJ Civil War.
So where do you end up?
Guess I'm on the B side.
I mean, are you?
Who's the
Are you
B?
not gonna have me?
Yeah.
You create a large roster of people for yourself, Brian.
I like where you're headed with this, though.
Listen, I'm saying, I just feel like there could be 100. It could make more than Solo.
I didn't even want to know where Solo's at.
I mean, a ton of money for any other movie on the planet, and only in the lens of Star Wars is it a disappointment.
Yeah, about that.
Hey, man, this is our third show in 4 days.
Yeah, about that. Seems like we've been doing this a lot.
It's pretty good though. I don't know. I feel like it hasn't been as taxing as I would have thought. Mostly because I didn't think we were doing a show today, and then Bryce was like, "Oh no, it's next week that we're gonna take off."
No, we're gonna take next week off.
But everybody will get to see the what's it called? Everybody will get to see the one of the two shows.
Yeah, I think
We should decide which of those two shows are we gonna.
It's got to be San Diego, right?
Yeah, I think we should do it chronological because the LA show you guys start off talking about San Diego,
Yeah,
at least a little bit.
And we tell a little bit of the behind the scenes of that. So I
Plus, here's my roadmap. Here's my phase 1 roadmap.
oh
of
man,
this.
Hey, Kevin Feige, everyone.
This weekend, I'm gonna have a compilation of all the Patreon Lens clips. If you did not get a chance to see them, because they expire after 24 hours.
Why bother to join Patreon? Man, I used to love Patreon clips. I used to drink them all the time. I used to chase them with another drink that was real bubbly. This is a reference that only the two other people in the car who
Because we haven't released this yet. Like, we're literally making callbacks to just the conversation we were having.
It's called laying the groundwork for true comedic bliss.
I thought this was Billy Joel.
Take that shit between you and Yo Guy.
Yes.
Yo, guy, I forgot about yoga.
So this weekend we're gonna have the Patreon clips go up. That'll be time exclusive on Patreon. The next Tuesday we will do the San Diego live show, which will have the live show and a little bit of an after show on that.
WJ says it's a call forward.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. That's exactly what it is.
And then that weekend after we'll put out the road trip, so it'll kind of be chronological. And then whenever that second episode goes up, then it'll be in order. So that's my plan, and I've got one. So.
My goodness.
How was your flight?
It was a lot. Everything was a lot. It's I did pretty good in general, though. I did have a very satisfying clear experience at LAX, which I guess they're throwing in new what do you call it? Security checks or whatever. Because you know how normally at LAX you go and there's those 4 steps and then you're in a different place. And there's security at the top of those 4 steps that are there for some reason. It wasn't that. It was like
it was before those, or if the steps there were steps after security.
Oh, I thought. Oh, you know what? Maybe that is right. I don't remember, but
There was like an escalator. There was a short escalator.
Right. There's a weird like why would you build it halfway up? You know.
Yeah.
But in this case, like I went to the Southwest check-in, and then they're like I noticed. So I'm looking at Southwest check-in right now. Like where you're sitting is clear.
Yeah,
and
it's
I'm
like a kiosk. It's
just by themselves, just
Yeah.
3 clear bros. It's like a miniature Apple store. And I walk over and I'm just like, hi. And I don't say anything. And they're like, good to see you. And they just kind of gesture, put your fingers on the pad.
Sure.
And I do. And they're all like, why don't you come with us? And I was like, okay. And then we walk approximately 35 miles, and during which a very chatty, clear person is just like, oh, where are you heading out? No, you're not heading out. Oh, you're heading home. Oh, Austin? We have Clear in Austin. And I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, I know. That's why I signed up for Clear. They're like, did you know that we're expanding? And I was like, all right. That sounds like a press release from the Blob or the Borg.
No, that's their perpetual thing that they're fighting against from when they first were introduced. Because like I could imagine that those deals go very slow when you're combining with like a bureaucracy that never changes and a government that
Never changes.
Yeah, that never changes.
I
So like they are always like, oh well, you know that we used to be in 6 airports and now we're in 8.
I witnessed someone doing that, Brian. And because in the way it's set up in Austin, right, there are 3 lines, right? There's the pre-line, there's the clear line, and then there's just the regular security checkpoint line. And so the clear line, you just walk through when you're at
asshole
the thing.
paddock.
But here, it's a separate kiosk, and so I just watched like the clear person was like rolling this guy's luggage for him, and going off into some massive people that I guess they just had cutsies for.
Yes, that's how it works.
So I also
walk your ass right to the front.
I did valet parking at Austin for the first time, not on purpose. Tasted good. Like it was like I was at a party and then somebody handed me something and I thought I was smoking dope, but it turns out it's opium, and I was like, "Oh man, I would never have smoked opium." But now that I have, it's not bad.
There are other the dedication of metaphors.
Sorry.
Sure. So you had a good
Fuck
time
it up.
with the valet.
I thought I was
You know about this metaphor. I'm just a little.
I thought I was shooting vitamin B for weight loss, and it turns out I was shooting pure heroin, and it turns out it was pretty great. No. So what happened was
You're not getting to go to California anymore.
He comes back with the most curious metaphors.
Right.
No. So what happened was on the way out, lately, now that I'm free of lugging 150 pounds of stage show with me every
Of
time I go to
wife
the airport.
every time you go. No, I just
Oh
kidding.
my God.
I'm not that heavy. Yeah.
Oh, geez. That's what you're offended by? Not
My
the
own
objectification of women, but of your weight. So because it's a possibility, nowadays, oftentimes, instead of going to the fast park and then getting shuttled in, I will go to the general free-for-all, and then I'll just be all like, yeah, it's a quarter-mile walk. It'll be fine. And then I go. But then I go in there, and they have a sign up that says, lot full, 0 spaces open.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not true. There's a space. I mean, somebody's left at some point. I don't believe you. And then
They make those signs so people don't think that.
I don't believe them. Okay. Also, you're talking to somebody who worked at the movie theater, and there was sold out.
Sure.
And we always called it sold out when there were 20 seats left, so that we could have, not
People sneak
upset
in.
people.
Yeah.
But this is before the days of like reserve seating at the at the movie theater. And so I drive in, and then I briefly considered just full on ignoring the do not enter and just be like, whatevs, I'm parked here. But I chicken out and I follow another car out, and then I see a parking attendant, and I'm just like, hey, for reals, what should I do? Because that's what I don't say is like, are you sold out? Because the answer is yes, we're sold out, bug out. So instead, I'm like, hi, I'm Brian. I used to be a magician who toured.
Now I do social engineering. I mean, forget that part. Hey, help me out, guy.
I hope that you all noticed, and you could feel if Bonnie is still here, that I'm sure that all three of us started like Pavlovian, like just shaking our heads slowly side to side, and only the sound of, hey. Like, that's all you need. Everyone knows, and knows Brian knows exactly where that hay leads. And it is into the like, all right, so, like, is it going to be patter, or am I trying to get the last seat of the Bennigan's? Hey, starts it all.
Hey, boss, what's your name?
Well, I feel like at Hey Boss, all three of you shake your head, and all of you bow your heads in shame when I say, if you were me, what would you do?
Every time.
And then
Classic.
the answer was, I don't know, go somewhere else. End of conversation. And so I'm like, well, that's all right. Okay, well, I'll go to the parking lot.
Because they usually have multiple lots there. I mean, they're not all
like
covered.
six different lots, right? And
Sure.
so I go to the parking zoom. They got a big old sign that says like, "Bug off! I know you're coming, Brian Brushwood."
Oh, so you-
and there's no seats here either.
So you left the official Austin parking and then went to an off-site parking.
Correct, the closest
Jesus.
one. And part of the reason I haven't been going to Fast Park lately is because it's taken longer and longer every single time, and I always feel like I'm the last person.
Also,
on
it felt
the
expensive.
Yeah. How much was it? It was like 12 a day, right?
About that. It was 3 1/4 days, and it came out to 42 something.
Okay, all right. So
I was
I
get sticker
finally
shock on that.
decided. I'm like,
God, that's cheap for SF.
Sure.
Well,
I mean,
right.
Sure.
So I have a thought that I've never had before, which is like, well, maybe it's time for me to try that valet. And
Where is valet?
friggin' right at the front? You just
Oh,
show.
really? So they just have like roll your ass on up, toss your keys, get your slip.
Yep.
We'll see it when you come back.
I didn't
Wow.
find out the distinction between the two different prices, but there was some business price and a family price. They're like, yeah, they'll give you the family price because, Jesus, look at you.
Oh, you're a schlub. You're
Were you wearing the sandals?
schlubby.
Were you wearing the sandals?
Okay, look, that's neither
Were
here
you
nor
wearing
there.
sandals with toe socks?
And so I was like, I think I'm gonna go for the thing. And so I pull up, and dude immediately starts circling my vehicle, making check marks of dents and whatever on it. And then I'm like, how much is it? And he was like, for you, family rate. I was like, how much is that? He goes, $18 a day. And I was just like,
It's not bad.
That's downright good.
yeah. I was like, and you will, and they're like, yeah, here, ticket, go, get, boop, blah. And then it just waltzed
And
on in.
I'm willing to bet Brian has cut it pretty close. He's about to miss his window.
We may play- we
This
actually-
is also the time.
This is the other
Yeah.
thing.
This is the other thing, is every time we've done clear, there's been no line. And I was like, why am I paying for motherfucking Clear? And I walked in and it said TSA line, like it's a ride at Universal. Estimated wait time, 30 minutes. And I was just like,
It's pretty busy.
yeah.
It ended up being where, because you were texting me when I got into the terminal, like, hey, shit's fucking crazy. You should get here and figure out your parking thing.
And you're like,
and
you
then,
need a time machine, old man, because I'm already here.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And by the time I got through pre-check, you were like literally right behind me.
Yeah.
That's how much you caught up.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Thank you, Clear.
Thank you, Claire. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
subscribing.
Oh, you're so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, Clear,
All right,
look at you.
hey, Brian, I got a question before we go live.
Okay.
Main show.
Yeah.
A, do we want to tell the story of us at the bar after the LA show?
Yep.
And B,
The follow-up and call them out specifically because you definitely found out who that person was and what that person offers.
Okay.
Here's my understanding of libel.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You
Jeez.
don't... Look, you can get sued for anything. Somebody could sue me right now.
yeah.
But when it goes to trial, the criterion will be, was it true? We're already safe. Everything we're about to say is 100% true.
Okay. Does
Two.
it have anything to do with the Kia Soul?
2. Oh, by the way, have you ever seen a Kia Soul and not thought of that moment?
Of you dancing in the Kia Soul?
Wait, did I dance in a Kia
Oh,
Soul?
yeah. Also, the Dance On was sponsored by Kia. No, that was Toyota.
No, that was Toyota. I would never be
Oh, what's
caught
it?
dead
Okay. Oh,
dancing
sorry.
in
I
a
thought,
Kia
wait,
Soul.
oh, Kia Soul was the stupid. No, because I had
I guess-
successfully blocked that from my memory.
I guess I have that answer now, right? Okay. Second of all, is there an intent of malice? And is there substantial damages?
I mean-
Shit, we might have to...
Are you going to name this dude by name?
Well, the question is really,
Way to make
do
assumptions
we
about
get
gender.
anything out of...
We don't have to say the person's name, but we fucking should tell that story because that was so fucking funny. It's so stupid.
You got Bryce's thumbs up.
I
so
thought-
I'm guessing, yeah.
This we're talking about the same story, right?
After the show,
Yeah.
after we hung out.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And then you went to bed, and Justin and I did not go to bed.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the thing that happened before those two events.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, the fucking Lyft driver.
Yeah. Are you not talking about the Lyft driver? I did not
I
go to the
am
bar
not.
with you
I'm
guys.
not talking about the Lyft driver.
I am not.
No.
But that is a story that is.
That's more of a had to be there story.
Yeah, I agree. It
Sure.
was only awkward for me. It would not have been awkward for the theoretical me.
Well,
No, this is a story where, it will give us a perfect segue into bit.ly/night attack merch, where you can buy this fanny pack.
You know
But,
what? Okay, all right. That just decided it. I fucking.
I mean, if you're not identifying
The only question is, and we can say that we found the link or whatever, but like, I don't know what we get by saying also this is the thing, and also
We
there's a picture of
get-
this person on a website.
we get to play a victim because we were unfairly maligned by a bully who had better equipment and wanted to rub it in our face. We were minding our own business on the far end of the fucking playground, and somebody decided to Donald Trump our ass and just walk on over.
That's
and
actually not. That's not inaccurate. It was definitely very aggressive toward
Okay,
us.
all right. Fucking this is happening.
What
I'm
I'm-
gonna go pee,
But
and
now,
then this
but
is
now
happening.
we have the larger platform, so we have to make sure that we're just not taking gigantic shits on her.
Justin, we've always had the larger platform, which is
Yeah.
why nobody should bully two people quietly playing Hearthstone at the end of a bar. Because you may feel like you're the one in charge, but you will be disavowed of that notion, my friend.
that's what I told the
Fair,
kids.
that's a fair point. And none of this would have happened if the Ranchero Sports Bar was still open.
My dad always used to say, yeah, well, just be careful you don't start a fight because the other person's going to end it. So,
Well, you don't know who their
He's a
friends
redneck.
are, right?
all right. Well, yeah.
Somebody
know through it-
started a fight with us. Somebody full on went out of
Okay.
All right, all right.
somebody's
Now
way.
I have something to share
Go for it, Bonnie.
that I think you might find amusing, but I don't know if I should show it in the show. It sounds like a pretty full show talking about this, so maybe I should do it.
No. It will not be a full show. This
We
is
also
gonna be
do
a
have a
loose-
game.
past
a loose
3
show.
days. So anything. I mean, I would imagine. I don't know, Bryce, if you have things planned, but I would imagine that this is like when what my mom used to just have dinners that were just leftovers from the other dinners over the last week.
Scrappy.
Like that's going to be this show. Is we're just gonna reheat all the shit we didn't use.
Well, we did get a nice game today, so but whatever, that can be pushed if need be.
No. I think no.
It's
let's
not
play
a big game. It'll be faster. It won't be very long.
All right, here. I'm going to go to the restroom.
Please
We're going to
go
go
to the
back.
bathroom.
Wait. It's weird.
Because
Now
you
that
said you were gonna.
Well, yeah, but it's weird to have somebody
waiting
beg
on you
you
to
to
go
go to
pee.
the bathroom.
We're waiting
Like,
on you to go
please go to the bathroom.
Please go.
Gosh,
then.
just go.
Please.
Go now.
Please
now,
No pressure.
Now.
And then one person's commanding me, and the other one's begging me, and my
Brian,
wife is
the
confusing me.
only pressure
Never
you're
go to the bathroom, Brian. Never, never,
Jesus.
ever.
Oh
never
Christ!
again.
A double blind, double blind. It's a
Double
superposition. I'm Schrodinger's pisser. Ah, fuck.
Instead of piss, shit instead of piss.
Oh no! I'm shitting out of my cock.
The door was closed. It's fine. Well,
Oh my God, we can't get what the puppy fast enough.
oh yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because you guys are rapidly aging out of the kids don't get it, right? Like the
Oh.
kids are rapidly understanding the words that are leaving the part of the house.
Yes. I think even the 5-year-old. You know, she has 2 older sisters. We got the
Yeah. So
14.
Callie's gonna grow up real quick.
Yeah, she's a little sophisticated with her poop jokes. I'd say she's.
Mommy.
Yeah.
Well, she's got to keep
Poop.
up, you know.
Poop.
But what's so funny is that Callie has mastered the poop joke. Like she's pretty good at it now. Like the other kids would just go poop, you know, and they were cute and funny and everything. And they did that for years and years and years. But now Callie's super, she knows I have to bring my A game to this whole poop joke thing. So she's just funny about them. And then the other 2 are like, that's such a little kid thing to do. And I'm like, what?
Oh, sellouts.
Oh, Bonnie, he may have locked that door on the way out. Can you double check? I'm only assuming that's what
ICU
happened.
Points out.
Oh, never
Hey,
mind.
boss. So I need to go to the bathroom. What would you do if you were me?
All right. First of all, I would not say I need to go to the bathroom because that's tipping your fucking
No,
hand.
no, no. This is what he
What
does.
you do is you
Say,
explain.
can you help me find a bathroom?
No.
Hey, boss, I'm feeling a tingle in my dingle. Can you help me out? I don't know what to do here.
Are you
No,
ready?
please walk us through it.
Hey, I got a scenario. I need your advice on this. I'm looking for a superhero. Imagine you used to tour for 20 years with an award-winning magic show.
Everybody's like, please kill me now.
But then you find
Jesus.
yourself
Bonnie.
you find yourself in LAX and your bladder is so full. Like, have you ever experienced what it's like to really have to pee? Like you're just gonna explode? You have. Oh good, so we have common ground, you and me. All right.
Oh, God, I would just reach for it and tickle you.
And you're like, you done pissed yourself now, Magic Man? Yeah. And then it ends with, what would you do if you were me?
What would
Also,
you
the
do?
only answer is fucking tell me where the bathroom is.
Give me clear through that bathroom line.
They're like, sir, clear is reserved for people who drink much more water than you. You get in line labeled yellow, darkly yellow, possibly reddish yellow.
Ooh,
No, I don't
you
know.
got. You need
Disease.
to get that checked
That's
out.
what I was trying to convey. All right, are you guys feeling it? Are you guys ready?
Yes, I've tweeted. We're ready to go.
I am most certainly not thinking about fucking mortgages.
What? You're gonna fuck a mortgage?
No.
That is really weird.
Oh man, what would it be like to fuck a mortgage?
Probably paper cut intensive.
Yeah.
Or see, I'm thinking more like a dominatrix. And she's like, with every thrust,
If
she's
you
like,
personified her,
yeah,
she's all like,
she's just like,
sign here, please.
I expected better from somebody with a credit score of 698. Why don't you give me proof of insurance that I won't be wasting my time?
Are you jacking off filling out this form?
No, I casually used the word fucking with mortgage, and then Bonnie asked what it would be like to fuck a mortgage.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
But the question still stands, Brushwood.
I mean, would you like to jerk off while you're filling out these forms? Do you think it would make it
No.
better? Or
No.
easier,
I feel
or
like we
funner?
covered a lot of this territory in our LA show.
Yes. Oh, man. The
There's
human brain.
one line everybody is going to remember from the LA show. And I should probably forward it to Ernie Klein. Nobody,
yeah.
I have already forgotten it.
Nobody got it?
That's
Nobody
like
got that.
13 hours ago, and I've already forgotten most.
That's a deep cut. Somebody out there was there at the show and knows exactly what I'm talking about, and the Venn diagram.
All right, let's start this baby.
All right,
Oh, okay, yeah. Give me,
start a baby. Wind it up.
Boom, 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 boom.
Hold on, we gotta give me one more minute because I forgot to do something. Boop-a-doo.
Thank you, Squid07.
Oh my goodness.
All right, here we go.